Alrighty, guys, welcome. Happy opening day here, 2019. And in honor of that, we're going to have us our own version of opening day here. This is the 1995 opening day, which happened to be April 26th. Of course, they got off to a late start after they didn't play in 1994. They decided to agree to terms, and then they decided to pick up baseball a couple weeks late. So I think there was only like a 124 game season, 148, something like that. Anyways, this is Wednesday, the 4th of October. 4th of October. How about the 4th of April? Geez, let's start again. Wednesday, April 26, 1995. We have the Chicago White Sox headed out to Milwaukee to take on the Brewers. Alrighty, Phantomatic, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Thanks for coming by here. We're going to have an exciting game here. Let's look at the starting lineup for the Chicago White Sox. Ray Durham is going to be second baseman today. That follows by Tim Raines, the left fielder. Frank Thomas, the big hurt there at first base. Chris Sabo is the DH today for the White Sox. Robin Ventura, at third base. Mike Devereaux, he is the right fielder. Lance Johnson is in center field. Ron Karkovice, he is the catcher. And Ozzie Gillen is the shortstop for your Chicago White Sox. And let's take a look at the starting fielders for the Milwaukee Brewers. It's going to be Pat Listich. He is going to be the second baseman. Gerald Hamilton is in center field. Kevin Steitzer, we know him well. Kevin Steitzer played for the Kansas City Royals in 1989. Steitzer, my main man there. He's at third base. Greg Vaughn, he is going to be the DH today. You can actually see he only plays DH because he doesn't have any other stats up here. Derek May is going to be playing today in left field. But you notice he's got a Houston card, so he actually gets traded to Houston. He plays more games with Houston than he does with Milwaukee in this season. That's why he's got a Houston card. John Jaha is on Milwaukee. He is going to be the first baseman. Turner Ward is going to be the right fielder. Turner Ward. Joe Oliver, that's right. Joe Oliver is with Milwaukee. He's the catcher, of course. Jose Valentin is the shortstop, Jose Valentin. So there's your starting fielders for Milwaukee. Starting pitchers today is going to be Ricky Bones for Milwaukee. Ricky Bones, he was 10-12 with a 4.63 ERA. Pitched 200 innings, gave up 218 hits, 77 strikeouts, 81 walks. More walks than he had strikeouts. So you will see there are quite a few walk on his card. And pitching today for your Chicago White Sox is going to be Alex Fernandez. He's a right-hander. He was 12-8 with a 3.80. He pitched 203 innings, gave up 200 hits, 159 strikeouts, only 58 walks, a 3-to-1 ratio there. So let's get this game underway. This is opening day for 1995, even though it's opening day here for us. I'm going to go back to using the strategy roll. So when a man's on the base, we'll use the red-sided dice. That will be the strategy roll. Still trying to figure out the best way to do this. I didn't like not having the strategy roll because that lets the runners have too big an advantage because they don't have to roll against like a hold rating or anything like that. So I'm going to go back to that for now until I figure out a better way to do that. So anyways, I have been checking out the charts here, and we also have a great website. Let me show you guys this if we pop over here. So you can actually get this site here is really good. It goes through just about every step and every different kind of variation with quite a good examples. You can get to this website by going to the Inside Sports Games website and just scrolling down to the free editions for Inside Pitch Baseball Board version. This is John's website for the annotated and clarified rules for Inside Pitch. If you click on that link, it actually brings this up here, and it goes through a lot of things just to make sure you're familiar or understand everything. And a lot of times There was some questions I had in the previous version, so I was kind of looking through this, and we'll use this kind of as a reference if we need to. But you can definitely check that website out for yourselves. I've got this one. I've copied all the text off of it. Hopefully, I'll get that printed out as well. Of course, you have the quick rule chart, which is another download that you can get that has most of the charts and everything on it. And then, of course, you have your base R rules. If we need these, we have these. But I'm hoping to not have to have those. But this is kind of a a good summary sheet as well. If we needed that, we could use that. Yeah. All right. So, anyways, let's get things rolling here in game number 1 of the season. Ricky Bones against Ray Durham. Ricky Bones is a right-hander. Alex Fernandez righty. So both are starting right-handers. Ray Durham's a switch-hander, so he's going to be batting left. So that is a 2-5-25. Is going to be a walk possibly. Oh, if we look at our stadium here, we're in County Stadium in Milwaukee. -4 to strikeouts, +1 in walks. So Ray Durham walk against a right-hander is a 12, +1 is 13, but it's a 20, so no walk. So Ray Durham gets a swing at it. Let's see what he can do. That's a 1-4, and that's going to be a fly ball out to right field. Catching that one's going to be Turner Ward for Milwaukee. So an F9 to start things off. And away we go. Look at this go. One down. Alrighty. Tim Raines for Chicago. He steps in. He's a switch hitter as well. So back-to-back switch hitters. Hey, Espo. How you doing, my friend? Good to see ya. Espo, Strat Baseball Network. Thanks for coming on by. Appreciate it very much, sir. Good to see you around again. Good to see you around. Ricky Bones, Tim Raines. That is a 52. 52 is going to be another walk possibly. And against Tim Raines against right-handers. Walk of 11. That's going to be well within the range. So he's going to get a walk, which means, again, we're going to use the red 20-sider. It'll be our strategy roll there. So Tim Raines is on first. And his attempt to be a 2. His attempt will be a 2. And I think the pitcher actually has a, let me see if I can remember where it is here. Wild pitch, pass balls, stolen base. I think, if I'm not mistaken, we can always use our cheat sheet here. Yes, his hold rate is that first number there, and then the steal rate. All right, so no adjustment from Ricky Bones. He's a 0. And then his attempt is a 2. So if we roll a 1 or 2, wherever the 2 is, there it is. Obviously, then Tim Raines will try to steal. If we roll a 3 or a 4, then we'll put on the hit and run. If we rolled a 20, then we'll try for the pickoff attempt. And that's how things will go. If the red dice comes up, we will use these dice to figure out the result of the play. Here we go. So Tim Raines is aboard with the walk. Frank Thomas steps in the big hurt. Bobby Catalano, how you doing? How you doing, Bobby? All right, so 6, we can ignore that. And it's a 24. 24 is an error and a throw, possibly. So let's find out where the big hurt hits it. That's a 42. That's a fly ball out to right field. An F9, no throw needed, so no error check needed. It's as simple as that is. And Chris Sable, the DH today. Chris Sable, you might know him better on the Reds with his little eye protectors, eye goggles, whatever you want to call them. Espo says hi to Bobby. So 3, actually, that will be a, let's see. A 3 will be a hit and run attempt. So the hit and run will be on. So the hit and run will be on. All right, so let's see what happens here. So it's a 35. 35 is going to be question marks. So the question marks happens to be, he's a right-hander, so 1 to 6. We rolled a 5, so that is going to be an auto out. So let's see where he hit it. It went to number 1. It's a fly ball to left field, so the hit and run comes a little too late, and nothing going for the White Sox in the top of the first. We move on to the bottom of the first inning. Alex Fernandez pitching against Pat Listich. Espo's not doing bad tonight. Happy opening day to everyone out there. Bobby Catalano, Espo Sports Network, Fanomatic. Happy opening day. This is opening day of 1995, so in honor of opening day today. Alex Fernandez, Pat Listich. That is a 24-24, and that is a possible K against the right-hander is an 11 -4, remember. Not many strikeouts here in Milwaukee. So it's only a 7. So good thing he were playing in Milwaukee because that would have been a strikeout. So no strikeout. And a 44. 44 is a ground ball hit to short. I'm sorry, to second base. Picking that one up is going to be Ray Durham. He throws it over to Frank Thomas. That's a 4-3 putout. 1 away. Daryl Hamilton. Sports Time Machine, how you doing, my buddy? How you doing? Happy opening day, Sports Time Machine. Check out his wonderful channel. We're doing a 1968 World Series replay with Stratomatic Baseball. We'll schedule another day and let you guys know when game number 2 is. Game number 1 was a fantastic adventure. If you haven't checked that out on my channel, you should definitely do that. Fernandez versus Daryl Hamilton. That's a 63. 63 is a possible strikeout. That's way too high. So Hamilton will get a swing at it. That's a 46. That's a question mark into center field. We're going to look at this. That is a 19 versus a right-hander, and it's just too high. So that's going to be a fly ball to center field for the out. So 2 away. That brings up our good friend Kevin Steitzer. Know him well from our Bo Jackson replay. Tampa got their butts handed to them today. They didn't do too bad against Houston. They didn't do too bad. I mean, yeah, sure they lost. It was 5-1, I think, at the end. But you know, they were going up against Verlander. I think they'll be okay. So Kevin Steitzer, 35 against a right-hander is going to be an auto out. And that will be a number 1. So it's a fly ball to left field. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Alex Fernandez. We move on to the second. We're cruising right through this game, ladies and gentlemen. Astros might be the Red Sox of 2018. Well, we'll see, my friend. You had your chance to voice your opinion the other day on our baseball preview show. I know I had the Astros in the World Series coming up in 2019. Had to get a drink there. Ricky Bones. Ricky Bones, if you guys want to check out his card here. Let's check out Ricky, shall we? There he is, Ricky Bones. Right-hander. You see, 10-12, 463, 200 innings. He walked as many people as he struck out. In fact, he walked more people than he struck out. But he's going to be up against Robin Ventura here for Chicago, the third baseman. That is a 21. That is a walk plus. He is going to be a 13 plus 10 for the walk plus. So that's a 23. He's going to take a walk down to first base. Easy walk there for a Robin Ventura. His attempt is a 1. So if we roll a 1 on the red sider, nothing going on there. So 43. 43 is a blank on Ricky Bones. Mike Devereaux, the right-hander. That's a 23. 23 is a single, S7. S7. All right, so we need to check on the runner at first. So that's going to be a single in the left field. Single in the left. And we just have to simply look at our charts here to find out what the chance of the runner moving. So left field today is going to be Derek May. He's a -1 to the attempt. The runner happens to be Robin Ventura. He's got a run rating of 2. So -1 for the arm brings him down to a 1. And he hit it to left field, so that is going to be an S7. So -2 to that. So he is not going to make it at all because this rating is not high enough. It is less than 0. So first and second now on the single. Brings up Lance Johnson, the lefty. Sports Time Machine says I picked the Astros to win the series over the Nats. Well, you had the same that I ended up having, so shame on you for doing that. I'm going to have to although I had the Nats winning against the Astros, so 6, nothing going on in there. 42, once again, is a blank, so Lance Johnson, 2 on, nobody out. 1-2 is a grounder to short. So we're going to look at the ground ball double play. Shortstop is flipping it over to the second baseman. So look at the second baseman. He's got a pivot of 0. Ground ball double play only of 1. So on a 1, they'll get a ground ball double play. Otherwise, we'll see what happens. So it's a 4. We've got to look at the runner at first. He's got a run rating of 3. So the dice is higher than the runner at first. If it's less than or equal to, it's ground ball double play. If it's higher than the runner at first, base runner, then it's a forced out of second. So it's a forced out of second. Runner moves to third. It's going to be a fielder's choice. Fielder's choice on Devereaux. So we have Lance Johnson at first, Robin Ventura on third. Only 1 out. So defense will play back, go for the double play, I guess. Ricky Bones, Ron Karkovice is up. Ron Karkovice. Hey Rob, explanation point. Happy opening day to Bobby and Rob and Sports Time Machine. Happy opening day. This is opening day 1995. Ricky Bones, Ron Karkovice. That's a 41. That's a K chance. K versus lefty, or K versus right-hander, sorry. 14 -4 is a 10. That is a 9. So big strikeout there by Ricky Bones. So still 2 on, 2 away now for Ozzie Gillen. Ricky Bones, that's a 65. Another K chance. But Ozzie Gillen is a 3 -4, so no strikeout there. Oh, I forgot to roll the red dice. Let's see. Okay, good. Nothing was going on there. Ozzie Gillen. 1-6, and he's going to fly out to center, and that's going to do it. That was a walk, 1 hit, and a fielder's choice, a strikeout and a fly ball out, and we got nothing in the top of the second inning either. So we go to the bottom of the second, still scoreless here in Milwaukee. So Alex Fernandez, he'll come out after having a 1-2-3 first inning. Greg Vaughn, DH today. 25, error chance. So this one will be an error chance. That's a 26. So 26 is going to be pop up to the shortstop. We're going to look at our shortstop here. And that happens to be Ozzie Gillen. He is a 6. So he rolled a 5, so he misses the pop-up, and that's going to be an E6. And the first error of the game, the first break, goes to Milwaukee, as the first error is on the board for the White Sox. You can see in real life, they ended up having 3 errors in this game. So we look at his attempt as a 3, -1 for Fernandez, so it'll be a 2. So 1 or 2 on the red dice to 13, so nothing going on there. 53 is a K chance. He is a 7, -4 again, so not a lot of strikeouts. So Derek May will get a shot at this one. 54, and that is question mark 8. Question mark 8 versus a right-hander is going to be just too high. Oh my gosh. Wow. So that is going to be a fly ball to center field, F8. So when you get a question mark one, you compare their question mark line versus the left or right-handed pitcher. And you can see the 7 is just outside. You need a triple was 4 to 6. So Derek May out, 1 away. John Jaw. 35, 3, 35 against a right-hander is an auto out. What kind of out is it? It's a 4. So it's a ground ball hit down to first base. Hit down to first. So ground ball double play. And Jaha is a 1. And I think because it's coming to first base, there is no pivot man. So you don't get a bonus for that. So it'll be just a 1. It'll be a ground ball double play. It's not. So once again, it is higher than the runner going from first base, but it's not a double play, and it's not an automatic out at first, which would be a 6. So it's going to be a fielder's choice out at second, and Jaha will make it to first to prevent the double play. We're getting pretty good at these plays now, folks. Bobby's asking Rob, you're not paying attention. He must be just flipped over to something else. Robbie wants to know, did I miss a race today? If you haven't checked out Rob, he's doing a NASCAR stock car race, I guess, on his channel with all of my cars. And even though I was in 4th, 5th, 6th place, somewhere around there, and then somebody overtook me on like the last lap, I'm not very happy about that. So 1 on, 2 away. And, oh, we got to roll the red dice, so might as well re-roll them all. All right, so 6, nothing going on there. 43. 43 is an error and a ground ball chance. Error and a ground ball chance. 1-5, and that is a star line 4, which is a ground ball to first. First baseman is Frank Thomas. He is a 1-7, and that is going to be an error on Frank Thomas. Frank Thomas with the error, 1-7. It is a 3. So Frank Thomas, we've already had 1 error this inning. Let's make it 2, why don't we? So let me check the error here. That was a 1-5 again, was a G3 result. So a G result. That was I think it was an E question mark. So if we look at the E question mark, first base drops the ball, $sign. 1 base if less than 2 outs, otherwise 2 bases. So it will be a 1 base error. That's going to be an E3. 1 base error for everyone. Actually, no, that will be 2 bases because there is 2 outs actually. So runner moves to third. Ward goes to first. Runners at the corners for Joe Oliver. So 2 errors not helping the defense here for the White Sox. And you can see, as I mentioned earlier, they did have 3 errors in this game, so they've almost matched it here in the 2nd inning. There is a 2. The runner from first, which is Turner Ward, he might take off, actually. In fact, he does take off on the 2 because his attempt is a 4. -1 for Fernandez, so that's a 3. It was a 2 rolled. So he's going to take off on the pitch, and he's in there easily with the stolen base on the 3. So stolen base. So runners at 2nd and 3rd now for Joe Oliver. Did I see your YouTube video? No, I have not seen that yet. Sorry. I've been a little busy today. This has been not a very good week for me, so I will definitely check it out, though. I appreciate the heads up on that, Bobby. Oh, wait a minute. Which video are you talking about? You were talking about your cards? Is that what you're talking about? Because maybe I did see it. You talking about your card video? Joe Oliver, 17, nothing going on there. 1-1. Uh-oh, that's a home run check for Joe Oliver. And against right-handers, he is a 13 plus 0 from County Stadium, but that is a 19, so no home run yet. He's got to get it on his own card. Joe Oliver needs to get it on his own card. That is going to be a 5-5, and that is a single S6. So Joe Oliver is going to be driving in a run. That is a S6. So runner at third is going to come in to score. That is John Jaha. At second is Turner Ward. Let's find out if he makes it around on the. So you just simply go S6. You need to have a base running of 5 or higher. Or I'm sorry, second to home. S6. You need a base running of 3 or higher. Turner Ward is a 3. He gets a +1 because there's 2 outs. So he's going to make it around as well. So 2 RBI single for Joe Oliver. 2 runs in, and Milwaukee takes a 2-0 lead. Runner's still at first, which happens to be Oliver. He has a attempt of 1, -1, so he won't go anywhere. But we still have to roll for pickoffs. So 26 is going to be a ballpark check. So we're going up here. We're going to be rolling on the ballpark card. Let's see how County Stadium treats Milwaukee, the home team here. 66 is an S3. S3 with a runner at first. S3 going first to third, and you have base running of 2. You get a +1 because of 2 outs. So he's only a 1. He gets a +1 because there are 2 outs. So he will make it to third base. And that is going to be a single by Jose Valentin. He gets the home cook in there on the S3. So runners at the corners again. This has not been a good inning if you're a White Sox fan. 2 errors and 2 singles. So 2 runs have scored. And let's see if we got anything going there. We don't. All right. I think I'll roll that separately. Maybe I won't. I don't know. We'll see. So that's a 41. We got a range play coming up. Range play and a 1-3. 1-3 is a single into center field, and thus the center fielder steals it away. Center fielder is Lance Johnson. He is a range of 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to save a couple runs. If he rolls a 5 or 6, bad news for the White Sox. Oh, and that is bad news as he cannot get it. That is an S8. Runner from third is going to score. Now, on the S8, runner at first is Jose Valentine. He's got a run rating of 5. He's trying to go first to third. So he subtracts 1 from that. So that brings him down to a 4. And then we look at the center fielder. And he is a +1. So he actually goes back up to a 5. So because he has a range of 5, we're going to roll both dice to see what happens. Is he going to go to third or not? A 2. So if his base running is, if the roll is greater than the base runner, then the runner out, no advance for others. If roll is less than or equal, base runner advances. Oh, that's run. I'm sorry, that was a rundown chart. Boom, 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 boom. If roll is less than or equal to the adjusted base runner, then the runner advances. Otherwise, he holds. So he will advance to third base. Pat Listich. Right. What did he get? He rolled. Oh my gosh, I'm confused now. He was hitting it to center field. It was a range play that didn't happen right to the center fielder. So he's going to make it to third base on the single. Not good here as we've had error. A fly ball to center field. Then we had a fielder's choice, then another error, and now back-to-back-to-back singles. 3 runs in. Can Fernandez stop the bleeding here in the second inning? 7, so nothing going on. 1-6. He needs a strikeout badly. He's not going to get it against Hamilton. He is not getting it against Hamilton. 55, and he lines it right back to the pitcher. L1, and that's going to do it, but that is 3 runs on 3 hits and 2 errors, and Minnesota takes a 3-0 lead, and they almost batted around in the second inning. Whew. Ken Castro says this is dead ball. No, it's not dead ball, my friend. Good question, though. He's a funny guy, isn't he? All right, we're heading to the third. Milwaukee 3, Chicago nothing. Ricky Bones against Ray Durham. Ray Durham, he flied out to right field his first time up. 1-4. Oh, home run check. Home run check versus Ray Durham. Ray Durham against right-handed pitchers. 1-5. No adjustment. That is a 2. Going. Good night, Irene. Home run, Ray Durham. And just like that, the White Sox are back into this. It's a 3-1 ball game. Never count out the fighting White Sox. You love me, buddy. I love you too, Ken. All right, Tim Raines. First time he was up, he walked. Ricky Bones just gave up the home run. 25, that's a possible walk, and that will be a walk. So Tim Raines will walk. His attempt is a 2 -0, so 1-2 on the red-sided dice. 1 or 2, we might get a steal attempt. 20, we might get a pickoff. Nothing going on there, so 1-2 against the righty is a possible strikeout. It's an 8 -4 again, so no strikeout. Frank Thomas. Oops, I rolled the wrong dice there. I don't need you. I need you. That's a 1-2, and against the right-hander, it's going to be a fly ball out to left field. If he was a left-hander, Frank Thomas would have had himself a double. So 1 away. Runner's still at first. We could possibly get something going here. So it's a 4. I have to check. Tim Raines, again, is a 2 -0. So it would be a 1 or 2. They will try to steal. On a 3 or 4, it will be hit and run. So we got the hit and run put on for this at bat. It's a 1-3. 1-3 is a blank. Let's see what Sabo does with the hit and run on. 26. 26 is an S7. So that hit and run worked to profession. It worked to perfection is what I meant to say. So it's a fly ball out to left field. S7. All right, so the base runner is a 2. You get a -2 going first to third when you hit it to S7. So he's down to a 0. But you get +2 because of the hit and run. So he's back up to a 2. 1-2. He can make it over there. Let's see what the die says. Oh, and we got the left fielder arm. Of course we do. Left fielder's a -1. So he's down to a 1. On a 1, he'll go first to third. Otherwise, he's going to hold. Oh, in this case, he holds at second base. Oops. So goes to second, and then Sabo will stay on first. Oh, I should have actually rolled 2 dice. That's right. I got to remember to do that. You only roll 1 dice when you do it on the infield, but when you go to the outfield, you got to roll 2 dice. So got to remember that. All right. All right. Ricky Bones, Robin Ventura, first time up, he walked. Let's see, the White Sox, runners at first and second, one away. They're going to play defense back. So 14-0 going on. 1-1 is a blank. So Robin Ventura is going to get a swing at it. 53, that's a ground ball hit to short. Ground ball hit to short. So runner is going to move up on third as they go for the double play. No, wait a minute. Yes, he will make it to third because he will be forced. So it's a ground ball double play is a 1. The pitcher is a +1, so it takes him up to a 2. And it was hit too short, so the pivot man is the second baseman, who happens to be Pat Listich, who's a 0. So it's a 2. So 1 or 2, they'll get a double play. And a 4. Runner at first is Sabo. He's got a run of 3, so the 4 is higher. So he'll be out on the fielder's choice. And going to first base will be Ventura as he beats out the double play. So runners at first and third now with 2 away for Mike Devereaux. He hit himself into a fielder's choice. No, I'm sorry. He hit a single his first time up. Sorry. Ricky Bones. Nothing going on there. 36 against the right-hander is a possible strikeout. He's a 10. -4 is a 6. That is a 9, so no strikeout. Devereaux is going to get a swing at it. 22, and he's got it. That's going to be an S4. S4, and that's a single. That's going to score the run from second. So Tim Raines comes in. Runner at first, Robin Ventura. He's got a run of 2, +1 because there's 2 outs. And he hit it to left field, so no, Devereaux hit the ball. I'm sorry. So Devereaux hit the ball. Robin Ventura has got a run of 2. Run of 2, +1 for 2 outs, -2 because they're hitting it to left field. So he only has a base running of 1 when you hit a S7. So let's see what happens here. S7. He only has a 1 rating. So that is a 2. So that will be a hold at second. There's some very slow players in both of these teams. Frank Thomas is a 1. Tim Raines is a 2. Robin Ventura is a 2. Kevin Steitzer's a 1. John Jaha's a 1. Joe Oliver's a 1. So these are all players that have really slow ratings. All right, so runners at first and second, still only 2 away. Devereaux, 2 for 2 with 2 singles. Let's see if Lance Johnson did you find sleeves? No, I can't get to the store till Saturday. What are penny sleeves? Are they useless? Basic card protectors, not useless. Says Retro Sports Network. How you doing, buddy? So Lance Johnson, runners at first and second. So no strategy. 51 is a possible strikeout. He's a 2 against right-handers, -4, so no strikeout chance there. Lance Johnson, he's going to get a swing at it. That's a 1-3, and that's a star line 5. That's going to be ground ball too short. It's going to be a 6-4 putout. And they score 2 runs in the top of the third to close this game up. 2 runs on 3 hits and no errors. We go to the bottom of the third. It is now 3-2 Milwaukee. Very good game so far. That brings up our good friend Kevin Steitzer, ex-Kansas City Royal. If you've been watching our Bo Jackson replay, you know Kevin Steitzer's name quite a bit. All right, here we go. Alex Fernandez in the bottom of the third inning. Steitzer 24. K chance. He is a 6. -4 is to be a 2. That's out of range. So Steitzer is getting a swing at it. 46 grounds it to second. So 4-3 put out. 1 away. Greg Vaughn. He got aboard on the E6 to start things off in the second inning. 45, that's a possible strikeout. And this time, 14 -4 is 10. That's what we got. So that is a strikeout, just barely. He's swing and a miss on that one. And Derek May, fly ball to center field his first time up. 65. Home run question mark. So first thing on the question mark home runs, you look at this section. Versus a lefty, it's a 1-9. We rolled a 5. So that falls within the range on the pitcher's card. We now go to the batter's card. Home run versus right-handers 1-13. So when we roll this, if the black die is a 1-13, it'll be a home run. If it's not, we'll look at these dice for the matrix. So 1-13, Derek May is going deep, going yard. It's going, it's going, it's gone. Derek May lines it way out of here. Home run, number 1 of the season for Derek May. And he increases Milwaukee's lead to 4-2 here in the bottom of the third. Jaha, 2 away. Alex Fernandez with the little curveball, a little hanging curveball. And Derek May took him downtown Charlie Brown. So 1-1. Uh-oh, back-to-back home run checks. And John Jaha versus a right-handed pitcher is a 1-20. It's a 4. Back-to-back Jackaroonies. And it's gone. Good night, Irene. Back-to-back. Alex Fernandez just shakes his head after that. Holy cow, you thought he was cruising through this third inning and 2 bad pitches, and we got us a 5-2 ball game now. Turner Ward, can they go back-to-back-to-back, Jack? 36, that's a range play at the ballpark, so we're going here. And it's also a range play. So an out can become a hit, and a hit can become an out. So these are always interesting plays. All right, and we got a 21. That's a fly ball out to right field, but if he doesn't make it, it won't be an out. Mike Devereaux is at 3. So 1, 2, or 3, he's going to make the catch. 4, 5, 6, he misses it. 4, so he misses it. You roll 1, 2, 3, 4, it's a single. 5, 6, it's a double. It's a single. So another, oh, well, that's not an error because it was a range play. So that's just considered a hit into right field for a single. So Alex Fernandez not getting helped by his team. Turner Ward's attempt is a 4 -1, so 1-3. It's a 5, so we'll actually put on the hit and run on this one. So hit and run on for Joe Oliver. 61. 61 is a K chance. And he's going to be a 13. -4 is a 9, so not a K. 25 is going to be a single. S6 with the hit and run on. This could be good. This could be good. Single with the hit and run on. So S6. To go first to third, you need a run of 5. Our man on third is first. Our man that was on first, Turner Ward, has a base running of 3. He gets +1 because there was 2 outs, and he gets +2 because they were hit and running. So that's a 6. So he's in there easily on to third base. Just trying to explain it to you guys. So runners at the corners, the hit and run works to perfection. And once again, another easy inning at the start, and it's come apart here for Felix Hernandez. So 2 on, 2 away, Jose Valentin. No shenanigans. So 66 is a possible walk, though. Walk, he's at 10 versus right-hander. +1 is 11, so that's out of range. Jose Valentin's getting a swing at it. 22, and he's got it. Says 4. Wow. And that's going to drive in a run. And the runner at first is Joe Oliver. He's got a base running a 1, +1 for 2 outs. And it was hit to, where the hell was it hit? S4. You need to go first to third. You need a run rating of 4. He's only got a run rating of 2, so he's not going to make it. He's going to just stop at second. Another run given up. So they're having a meeting on the mound here. These 5, 6, 7, and 8 hitters have just dominated against Felix Hernandez. The top of the lineup, you can see, has done nothing. It's been the bottom of the lineup that's killed him. So 2-on, 2-away, Pat Listich, 52. 52 is a K chance. 11 minus 4 is a 7. And once again, that's just what he needed. So just barely foul tip into the catcher's mitt, and that's going to do it. But 8 batters come up in the third inning, and that's just going to make Fernandez have to get out of this game that much quicker. That is 3 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. 3 runs and 5 hits, and back-to-back innings, the Brewers have scored 3 runs, so it's 6-2 going into the 4th inning. Fernandez has a endurance of 29. He can go pretty deep in the game, but at this rate, if he keeps letting 8 batters up, he's not going to be going that late into the game. Whew. All right, so we are on to the top of the 4th. Ricky Bone's still going strong. He's got a endurance rate of 28. Ron Karkovice, he struck out his first time up. 52, possible walk, and that's going to be too high. And a 36, and it's a fly ball out to right field. F9. Making the catch out there is Turner Ward. 1 away, Ozzie Gillen. Ozzie Gillen flied to center his first time up. That's a 23, Blanker. 63, fly ball to right again. Same person, Turner Ward. Yep, 2 away. Lost the card there, flew right out of my hand. I don't know if you saw that or not, but I caught it in midair. That was good reflexes on my part. All right, so Ray Durham. So 2 away. Let's see if the top of the lineup can do something here. 22, we got a ballpark check. This will be fun. County Stadium, Milwaukee. I'll bring the card down so you guys can see that. In fact, I'll bring it up here so you guys can even check this out ahead of time. If we can get this stupid camera to zoom in. There you go. So here it is. You can see there's only 1 home run check on it. That's in the 5-4 spot. A couple singles, a couple doubles, and 3 blanks. So some chances for some rare plays here. And we got us a 65. That's an S +8. So it's a single. Ray Durham. And he can try to stretch it into a double. That's what the S +8 into center field is. So you look at your base runner, it's a 4. So it's a straight up roll, 1, 2, 3, 4. He makes it 5. He doesn't go, so he just stays on first base. And on a 6, he's thrown out. And that is a 4, so just in range. So he's going to stretch that into a double. So a 2-out. Well, it's a single. It's considered a single plus an advance, I guess. So it's not considered a double. So Tim Raines. What's his attempt? His attempt is a 4. So 1, 2, or 3, or 4 actually on the red dice, and he might try to take off here. It's a 19, 25. Possible walk. He is an 11, +1 is a 12. Just missed it. Just missed the walk. So Timmy Raines got to do it by the bat. He doesn't get a free pass. That's a 53. 53, star line 4. It's a ground ball to second. So 4-3 put out, and that's going to do it. 1 hit, no runs, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Still 6-2. Milwaukee. Milwaukee won today against my Cardinals. It was a good game. I don't know if you guys got a chance to watch that or not, but Colton Wong doing his part for the Cardinals. I think he had 2 home runs on the day today, so very good game by Colton Wong. The rest of the offense did okay. Just Milwaukee, Christian Yelich, my man. I wish so badly that the Cardinals had picked him up instead of Ozuna, because I'm a big Christian Yelich fan, and even though he plays for Milwaukee, again, 3-run home run, can't stop the man. You can only try to contain him. All right. So let's see if Felix Hernandez can try to contain this Milwaukee offense, which has come alive early in the season. Didn't do much in the first inning. 3 runs in the second, 3 runs in the third. 54. That's going to be question mark against the lefty. 1-17 is going to be an auto single. That is an auto single. So Hamilton attempt is 2 minus 1, so it'll be just a 1 on the red side or dice. No shenanigans. 24. K-Chance. Out of range. Steitzer, my main man Steitzer. 25 against the right-handers in S5. So that's going to be a hit past the third baseman. And runner at first is a 3. Trying to go S5, and you need to have a base running of 6 to make it. He only has a base running of 3, so he's not going to make it. So Steitzer with the base hit, so 2 on, nobody away. Good Lord. Fernandez just can't get a break, can he? Hey, Dave, how you doing there, buddy? Dale. How you doing, buddy? Ooh, we got something going on. Something going on here. We have runners at first and second. So looks like they're putting the steal on from second to third, because the man at first can't do anything with the guy in second. So it looks like they're putting the steal on to go to try and steal third base. So he has an 18. Fernandez is a -3. That drops it down to a 15. Let's look at the catcher here. The catcher, Ron Karkovice, he's a -1. So that's going to drop him down to that's a -4. I should probably just write that down. So it's a minus Fernandez trying to steal on him. It's a -4. 3 for the pitcher, 1 for the catcher. And then I need to actually figure out if you're trying to steal third. I don't know what the steal of third base, right? There's got to be some kind of a chart for that. Stealing, right? Right. Let's look at our errors. Oh, we look at throwing errors, ground ball, range plays, advancing on hits, single through the outfield, singles and doubles, ground outs, runners at second, runners at second and third, bases loaded, further discussion, infield depth, adjustment for ground outs, bunt plays, lined outs, fly outs. All right, strategy rolls. Right. Okay, to steal third base, you take your attempt and your hold rating, and attempt plus hold, and you divide that by 2. So his attempt is so it says actually attempt plus hold. Hang on a second here. All right, attempt to steal third. If runner gets a jump and attempts to steal, roll a T20 against his adjusted SB rating. This is the sum of his raw, stolen base, the pitcher's SB rating, and the catcher's arm rating. Blah, blah, blah. Roll is less than or equal to is successful to steal the base. Or roll greater than, blah, blah, blah. So second and third are the same, which is a little weirder. All right, so it's looks like you just second and third are the same. If you try to go home, you get a -10. I'm gonna give him. I think it should be a -5. I think that makes a little bit more sense. No, I guess we'll just use the regular rule. It's a little, I'll show you guys here. Oops. All right, so we're in the stealing section here, getting the jump, blah, blah, blah. Attempting to steal, if a runner gets a jump and attempt to steal, roll a d20 against his adjusted SB rating. His SB rating is going to be his run rating plus the pitcher plus the catcher. So 18, which we saw here, 18. Darrell Hamilton, he's an 18. Very good stealer, actually. Then you subtract the -3 from the pitcher, -1 for the catchers. That's going to take it down to a 14. So 1 to 14, he's going to make it in there. It's a 7, so stolen base gets himself to third base on the stolen base. So Darrell Hamilton with the steal. They could have done a double steal there, but they decided not to because the man on first is really slow. Steitzer, we know how slow he is. Oh, I got to bring it back over to my game, don't I? I want you to come because my head is exploding. Oh, okay. Well, thanks for coming, buddy. I appreciate it, man. All right, so we have runners at the corners, still no one out. Poor Alex Fernandez. I tell you, he's just gotten the raw deal of just about everything. So 4. He has actually got a 2 rating, so no shenanigans there. And the 19 actually means that it would be a bunt attempt, actually. If I'm not mistaken. Let me just double check that. That's why I didn't like the strategy rolls, because so you got your steal attempts, your hit and run attempts, you got your bunt checks. Check the chart. Really? And then a roll of a 20, you tried the pickoff attempt. Possible bunting, so it's going to be like what their bunt rating is. Like if he's a bunt rating of 3, it's going to be like an 18 or 19. So, yeah, in this case, they would try to bunt over, but up. I don't think. See, I think they're up 6-2. They wouldn't be bunting, so I'm not. I'm just. That's why I didn't like the strategy rolls, because you're going to get in these situations. It does say you can ignore them, you can override them based on the game situation, but if you're doing that, then why are you rolling for it? You know what I mean? But so we're just gonna. He's just gonna. Yeah, he's just gonna do a regular, and I don't know if I re-rolled, so I'm just gonna re-roll. 5, 6. Right-hander a blank, so there we go. We don't have to worry. It was a blank anyways. So runners at first and third. Greg Vaughn, 53, and that's going to be a double into right field. And the hits just keep coming for Milwaukee. Wow. So 1 run in. Let's find out if the runner from first comes in. Hit it to right field, so that's a -1 to the base runner. Base runner is Kevin Steitzer. He's a 1. -1 is a 0. And the fielding arm for the right fielder is a +1, so he's back up to a 1. So with the 1, we actually roll for it. If we roll a 1, there's a possibility he might go. Nope, 3. So he will stay at third. Does not come home. So second runners at second and third. So double. Gosh. So it brings up Derek May. Last time up, he cranked one out. Say goodnight, Irene. Started the back-to-back home runs in the third inning. Derek May, John Jaha, back-to-back jackaroonies. Runners is second and third. And do you take Fernandez out at this point? I think you got to. So Fernandez is coming out. He was with Chicago, so he can go on the bottom of the deck there. And who's coming in to pitch, shall we say? Well, with the lefty coming up, might as well bring in the left-hander. Righty, a switch hitter. Yeah, the only lefty in the whole group, so we might as well bring in the lefty now. So that's going to be it for Fernandez. He only lasted 3 innings. He didn't even get it out in the 4th inning yet. A single, and a double. Wow. So that's going to be it for Fernandez. And coming in to pitch is going to be Tim Fortnite. No, Fortino, maybe. Fortinow? I think that's how is that a Tim Fortnow? Tim Fortnow? That's what we're going with until I hear from a good friend out there. I'm sure if Ken Castro's still in the chat, he'll be yakking at me about that. So second and third, defense will play in. What the hell? What do they got to lose? Except for another base hit. So 55, error, question mark, so possible error. This could get ugly again. Derek May hits it 42. And that's a single into right field. So it's a single plus possible error. And I didn't see what the dice was, so we're going to have to roll it again. Right field, he's a 1-4. It's a 15, so no error. But that is an S9 single into right field coming in to score. Let's find out if the runner from second comes home. He's got a base running of 3. S9 gives him a +2. So he's up to 5. The right fielder is a +1. That brings him up to a 6. He's in there automatically, no throw. So 3 more runs for, they're going to have back-to-back innings with at least 3 runs. And that brings the runner at first for John Jaha. Let's see how he does against the left-hander. 33 is a K+, so that's going to be a strikeout. Good job by Tim Fortnow. Turner Ward, 45, hit by pitch. He's a 5, -10, so no hit by pitch. And a 41, that's going to be a sink. Oh, no, against the lefty, that's ground ball to second. Can they get the double play? Ground ball double play is 1 +0. It went to second, so the shortstop is going to be the pivot. He's a 0. So that's just simply a 1 for the ground ball double play. It's a 2, so it's going to be out at first, actually, on the 4-3 put out. Runner moves to second on the play because his speed was higher than the dice. So runner at second with 2 away. Let's see if Fortinow can get out of the inning here. 64 against the right-hander is an auto out, so good for him. 4, fly ball to right. Maybe he should have started the game. And that's another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 batters that came up that inning. And so that's 3 runs on 4 hits. So Milwaukee, 3 runs in the second, 3 runs in the third, 3 runs in the fourth. And that brings out Ricky Bones that has a 9-2 lead against the big hurt Frank Thomas. He's hit 2 fly ball outs so far. 1-4. Oh, we got a home run check, though. And that one's gone. Frank Thomas says, I can hit home runs too, you know. And he cranks one out there. Say goodnight, Irene. Frank Thomas, his first home run of the season off of Ricky Bones. They crawl a little bit closer. Chris Sabo, the DH today. 64. We got a ballpark check. Ballpark. That's 1-2 on the ballpark. That's a single into center field. So Chris Sabo on. Robin Ventura. Sabo is an attempt of 3. He's a 0, so 1, 2, or 3. No shenanigans. 1-1 is blank. Oh, I need that dice again. Robin Ventura, 21. He's got a single into center field. So here come the White Sox. So S8, runner at second. It's got a run of 3. S8, he gets a -1, so he drops to a 2. And the center fielder is Darrell Hamilton. He's actually a +2, so 1-4. And Sabo is going to make it to third. He does. So makes it to third. So runners at the corners with no one out here. And a little chink in the armor of Ricky Bones. They have a meeting on the mound here at the top of the 5th inning. Can they get somebody out? They're going to play back. They'll give up the run at this point for a double play. So I'm just going to ignore that. 4-3 is a blank. And 46 is Starline 3. That's a fly ball out to right field. So 1 out. We do have to check for a sacrifice fly here. So F9 went to right field. Sacrifice fly 1-2. Is it deep enough? It is deep enough. And coming in to score on the sacrifice fly is Sabo. So runner at first, Robin Ventura. That brings up Lance Johnson here. Trying to do this all with my right hand here so I can write stuff down. 14, no shenanigans. 56. That's an S1 if he's tired. At this point, he's not tired, so it's considered a blank. Lance Johnson's got a shot at it here. 41, he's going to hit it to short. Is it going to be ground ball double play? 1, 2, and the second baseman is a 0. So 1 or 2, they get him. It's a 4, and that is higher than Robin Ventura, so he's out on the force out. And fielder's choice there. So Johnson takes over at first. Ron Karkovice. 36 gets a righties a K chance. 14 -4, so 10 just outside the range. Karkovice. 32 ground ball hits a second, so 4-3 put out, and they got 2 runs on 3 hits and no errors, so they pull a little bit closer, not much, but a little bit. It's now 9-4. So sounds a little bit better. All right, Tim Fortigo. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he is officially tired. So they got the switch hitter coming up, 2 switch hitters. So it doesn't matter which pitcher they bring in. They can leave him in there if he wanted to pitch tired. They got plenty of pitchers they can bring in. He'll stay out there until at least he gives up a hit. Might as well. Jose Valentin, 2 for 2 with 2 singles. 45, hit by pitch, 0, -10, no hit by pitch. 41, question mark 9 versus a lefty. And single, 2-7 would be a double. It's a 19, so it's going to be a fly ball out to right field. F9 off of Tim Fortigo. Showing a little bit of weakness out there, but he's still pitching. Pat Listich, 46, and the possible walk, and that will be a walk. So walks him. So that might be it for him now. So we're going to be bringing in. Might as well bring in the next lefty here, which is going to be Scott Radzinski. Scott Radzinski's coming in the 5th. Lefty against Darryl Hamilton. At least he won't be weak or exhausted or fatigued, I guess is what they call it. Yeah, fatigued. 1-5 against the lefties, a K chance, and he is actually against the left-hander. He's a 6. -4 is a 2. He rolled a 3. Unbelievable, just outside the range. So Darryl Hamilton will get a swing at this. 22, fly ball out to right field, F9. Scott Radzinski, 2 away now. I'm sorry, that is, yes, 2 away. Runner's still at first. And I'm kind of gone away from the roll right now because that, it's not like people are going to be stealing with a 9-4 game, I guess. So if the score gets closer, we'll see. I need to find a better way to do all that stuff. I might just, I might just roll this on a 20. Then based on the situation, then there might be a play like a steal or a bunt or something like that. I would, in certain situations, when players are going to bunt. If it's a close game, when they're going to try to steal, stuff like that. But whatever. Anyways, it was a 5-6. Is that what we rolled is the question? Because that is a home run question mark. Which is not going to be a home run check because it's only 1-2. So we'll go into Steitzer's card. I think that's what I did roll, but 25, and against the lefties, a ground ball hit to third base, and it's going to be a 5-3 putout. We don't need a double play, so these relief pitchers are actually doing much better than the starting pitcher, unfortunately. Is it too little, too late? We shall see. Ricky Bones, 28. He's got 9, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. So he's got 2 more batters. And then he'll be tired. And he might just stay in and try to get through the 5th or 6th inning. We'll see. Let's see how he does. Ozzie Gillen. 53. That's a home run question mark versus a lefty. So only a 1, 2, or 3. It's a 15, so no home run. Whew. If it was a right-handed batter, that would have been trouble. 55. Fly ball to center. F8. So 1 away. Ray Durham. Oh, my little feed is gone offline. Hang on a second, guys. I don't even know if you're trying to talk to me. Sorry. All right, so 1 away. Let's bring up Ray Durham. I think this strategy roll and all that slows the game down as well. So Ray Durham, 23. Blank. 1-3, fly ball to center, F8. So he's now officially tired, so any brackets will be an auto single. So 2 away, and it brings up Tim Raines. 31, K chance, outside the range, so no strikeout. 1-5, and it's star line 3, that's a fly ball, F9, out to right. So 1, 2, 3 inning. So Ricky Bones sticking out there. Ray Radzinski. He's only faced 2 batters. He can go for a little bit. All right, brings up Greg Vaughn. He's had an interesting day. Got onto the fielder's choice E6 to get on base, actually. E6 in the 2nd, strikeout in the 3rd, double in the 4th. And now in the 6th inning, it's 1-5. Against the righty is a Starline. Starline 2, fly ball to left, F7. We don't need this card. I need to bring in my other screen here. There we go. I don't know if that's up enough for you guys. Derek May, he is 2 for 3 with the home run and a single. 26, that's a blank. That's a 61, and it's ground ball to short, 6-3. 2A, John Jaha. 26, blank. 24, single. And 1 on, 1 out, or 2 outs. Turner Ward. 1-1, and against a switch hitter, so he'll be batting to right-handed. That's a home run chance. And against left-handed pitchers, Turner Ward hit 0 home runs. Otherwise, look at that, it's a 2. So good thing for the White Sox, or else that would have been gone. And we are in the 6th inning, and I forgot, in the 5th inning, they got nothing. Top of the 6th inning, they got nothing. We're in the bottom of the 6th. I haven't been keeping score very well, have I? And Turner Ward, 2 outs, 35. Question mark 7 versus a lefty. 1-5 is a single. That is an 8, so that's going to be an F7. So the lefty stays in there and does a good job. Gets through. Scott Radzinski. Good job, man. Good job. All right, so Ricky Bones is out for Milwaukee. Put his card away. And let's see who they got. Righty, righty, lefty, righty, lefty, righty, lefty, switchy, switchy. All right, so a bunch of righties coming up. So let's see if we got a right-hander we can... Here, we'll put the righty in now. So coming into pitch and relieving your starting pitcher, Derek Bones. Derek Bones? Ricky Bones. Sorry, Ricky Bones. I was like, Derek Bones. That doesn't sound right. It's going to be Mark Keffer. Mark Keffer's coming in to pitch in the 7th inning, as they didn't score anything in the 6th inning. What happened? Turner Ward, I can't remember. He was like I think it was like an F8. We'll just call it a fly ball to center. That's right. He hit a fly ball. I don't remember where it went. Okay? I don't remember. Don't yell at me. Ah! All right, Scott Radzinski, Joe Oliva. We're going to cruise through these games now. I got a better setup. Keep the things out of the game that slow it down, which is that strategy roll. So we're going to just manually do it, I guess, somehow. I'll figure out a better way. All right, so where are we? We are at, it shows Frank Thomas. For Frank Thomas, it's not up. It should be Sabo. There we go. Sabo's up. The DH. What do we got here? 45. That is a wild pitch. We can ignore that. 54 again. Second 2 wild pitches we can ignore. It's an 0-2 count. 1-6. That against a right-hander is a blank. Otherwise, it would have been a home run. Check. 21 for Sabo. That's a single past the pitcher. Sabo's on. Brent Ventura. He steals. He's a pretty good stealer. He's gonna put the steal on. He has got a 0 hold rating. He's got an attempt of 3, so he didn't get the steal attempt roll. He needed a 1, 2, or 3, and we didn't roll a balk or anything, so he didn't get the jump, unfortunately. We'll try him again later. Ventura, 62 against the lefty is a blank, otherwise it would have been a strikeout plus. And that is a 35 fly ball into right field, F9. for Ventura. We'll try the run again. Ooh, close. They actually put the, we're going to put the hit and run on because that was in the range. We will do that. 33 against the righties, a K plus, and that is going to be a close to a strikeout. It is a strikeout, my bad. So with that, Sable's got a steal because the hit and run was on. He's a 20. He is a -1. The catcher is a 0. So it's a -1 to steal on him. And that is actually a 19. And Sabo is thrown out. He's got a 20. -1. Is that? But I think you get half rating. I believe when you do a hit and run, you only get half your rating. He's caught stealing. I think you only get half your rating when you're doing a hit and run because you're not doing a full blown steal. You're kind of waiting. You're waiting longer, I believe. Let me just double check that, shall we? Hit and run. There we are. All right. So all ground double plays. Get a -2. All base runners get a +2. All HR and walk rates for the batter cut in half. All line arts are double plays. If batter strikes out, resolve play like it would a regular steal. Okay, like a regular steal. So then he's not caught stealing because he actually is exactly a 19. He's actually a 20. Oops, where's his card? Chris Sable's a 20. He gets a -1 for the pitcher. He gets a 0 from the catcher, Joe Oliver. So that would bring him down to a 19. Right. And if you roll 3 to 19, you look at your rate, and if it's less than or equal to, then he's safe. So he's in there stealing. So that was close, though. So Devereaux's out on the strikeouts. That's two-way now. And that brings up a 26. We got a ballpark check. 44, and that's a pop-up grounder to the catcher, G2. That's going to do it, so nothing going. We go to the 7th inning stretch. I think that's what I'm going to do because I can make these games go a lot faster if I just call it myself and not have to worry about doing this stupid strategy roll. Anyways, Joe Oliver's up. Brzezinski, when did you come in, buddy? You came in. You replaced him there, I think, is where you came in. So you got a relief of 4, 1 2 4, so you're done. Thank you for playing. Thank you for coming out tonight to the ballpark. We're going to bring in Matt Karchner. He's coming in the 7th. Matt Karchner against Joe Oliver. 36, home run question mark against the righty, 1 to 11. It's outside the range, so no home runs. 31, that'll be a solid single in the left field, though. Solid single by Joe Oliver. 1-1, wild pitch chance, but it's a 20, so no wild pitch. Reroll. And a 56. 56 is a walk chance. He's a 10, plus 1 is 11. Just missed a walk. 54 is a single, S6. So back-to-back singles here. Joe Oliver is only going to make it to 2nd. Pat Listich, 2 on, nobody out. Matt Karchner is not done well. 53 strikeout chance. And against the right-hander, 11 -4 is a 7. That will be a strikeout. So big strikeout there by Kutchner. Darryl Hamilton, 2 on, nobody, 1 out. 22 error chance. And 45, error chance, 45. Lines it right down to the first baseman. 18 is going to be on a range, so that is going to be a L3. And we have to roll for a double, line out double play here. So, let's see where that is. I'm sure it's on here. Line drives, right? So it went to the first baseman. So 1 to 4, if there's a runner on first, he's out. If it's a 5, runner on second's out. If it's a 6, nobody's out. It's a 5, so the runner at second's picked off as he tries to go too early, and that's going to do it on the 3-6 put out. Wow. 3-6 put out on the double play there. And that's going to do it. So we go to the 8th. Crazy, crazy good to play there. All right. Let's see here. He's actually got a 9 strength, so he can go maybe at least another inning. All right. Karkovice. 21. 21 is a star line. Starline 6, so F8. Matt Kiefer, geez Louise, he's pretty decent. Milwaukee, pretty good. Ozzie Gillen, 63 is a home run question mark. Lefty, 1 to 12, it's a 4. So versus right-handers, it's a 1. So when we roll this, if it's a black 1, it's gone. It's not. It's a 66, though. His right-hander is an S4, so Ozzie Gillen is on with the single. Ray Durham. Down by, what are they down by? Son of a gun. It's 9 to 4, so down by 5. They don't need to, they need some runners before they can. 1-3 is a wild pitch. 1 to 7, so that is going to be a wild pitch. So runner moves up to second. No steal attempt needed. Ray Durham. 1-4, and that's a walk plus, and that'll be a walk. So runners at first and second now. No 1 LA for Timmy Raines. 1-6 against the switchy. That's going to be a left-hander. That's a home run check versus right-handers 1 to 9. That is gone. Home run. And all of a sudden, all this is now back in play as Tim Raines hits a 3-run home run, and the White Sox are back in business. It's now 9 to 7, down 2 runs in the top of the 8th. Matt Kiefer not doing well. They're going to leave him out there against Frank Thomas, though. 54, hit by pitch, 7, -10, so no hit by pitch. Frank Thomas looking for something he can drive. 46, Starline 6, though. That's going to be fly ball to center, F8. Is it too little, too late for Chicago? We'll find out. Sabo, couple singles on the day, stolen base. 33 against the righties at K+. That's going to be a strikeout to end it. But they do get 3 all-important runs, and they're back into this if they can get their pitching to hold it down. All right, well, Matt Kitcher's out. And that brings up Barry Lyons. coming in the bottom of the 8th. He'll be facing off against Steitzer, Greg Vaughn, and Derek May. 33, and that's going to be a liner right to the pitcher. Wait a minute. That Barry Lyons is not a pitcher. Sorry. I need to pull someone out. Looks like because they ran out of pitchers. Or is Brzezinski going to have to stay in? I'm trying to figure out who is their closer type person. Might have been Rob Dibble, but Dibble didn't play in this game, so he's a long reliever. Kirk McCaskill. Yeah, here's her closer. He had 32 closes. Roberto Hernandez is actually going to come in. Roberto Hernandez, sorry. He's coming in the 8th. All right. Against Steitzer, Vaughn, 56. Possible walk, out of range, so no walk. 54, and Starline 3 is going to be a fly ball to center field, F8. One away. Greg Vaughn. 64 against the righties, a blank. 63, yeah, he's going to line it right down the third base line. F5, or L5, whatever you want to call it, L5. 2 away. Derek May. 65, again, strikeout chance, out of range. 55, and that's a fly ball to right field, F9. So 3 fly balls. And just like that, the hometown crowd starting to chew on their fingernails here, as it's been all White Sox here in the last couple innings. We don't need that die. So we need their, yeah, we need Milwaukee's closer at this point. Now, he didn't play it in this game, but 22 saves there. Let's see, it's about as good as it gets, I think. They had a couple guys that were kind of in and around. So we're gonna bring in Mike Fetters. Coming to pitch the 9th. He's got a 2-run lead. Can he hold it? He's a right-hander. All right, we go to the 9th. It is a 9-7 game at this point. Chicago. Now, this is where I will do all of the managing for both teams, so it might slow down here if we need to, but this could be ultra important. All right, Robin Ventura. He is 1 for 3 and a walk. 41 versus a lefty's a walk chance, and he's going to walk Robin Ventura. So tying run comes to the plate. Robin Ventura is stolen base 11. Not good enough. Devereaux, the tying man, comes to the plate. Mike Fetters, 56. Right-hander, walk plus. Against the right-handers, it'll be a 17, so that's in there. So back-to-back walks, and now the tying run is on base. They have a meeting on the mound here and trying to discuss with Mike about the importance of throwing freaking strikes. don't give this game away. 51, and there he goes. Strikeout chance, but it's out of range, so no strikeout. Lance Johnson's hard to strike out anyways. 34, it's a ground ball down to first. Can they turn two? Double play of 1, double play of -1. So that is actually a 0, so no double play. So it's just going to be a 3-1 put out. Runners advance, so runners are now in scoring position with 1 away. Defense will play in. Defense is in. Runners at second and third, 1 away. Ron Karkovice. He is the catcher, and actually, if we look, these are the players that kind of came in and did some substitutions. There was a ton of them for Chicago. Let's see. Mike Matheny. And Mike Matheny, the Cardinals manager, is going to be making a substitution here. Karkovice out for Chicago. In comes Mike Matheny, Cardinals manager to be later on in life, and also the catcher for the Cardinals as well. So Mike Matheny is coming in to pinch hit here in Mike. He's coming in the 9th here. Can he get a big hit? He actually has a better batting average than Ron Karkovice. And it's 1-2, and that is a wild pitch chance. 1-2, and a 5 is a wild pitch. So that's going to score a run, and the tying run moves to third base. Holy cow, what a comeback by the White Sox here. Can Mike Matheny drive in the tying run, or maybe even get a heroic home run here? We shall find out. He doesn't hit any home runs. No home runs. Mike Matheny had no home runs in the season. Karkovice, actually, how many did he have? He had 13 home runs, so it might have been better to leave him in there, but we did know we were going to get the wild pitch. We were going for average. We needed a base runner. We didn't need a home run, right? All right, so it is a 2-3. 2-3 is a strikeout chance with the 3, and Mike Matheny goes down on strikes. So 2 away. 2 away. Here in the top of the 9th, tying run 90 feet away. And Jose Valentin, it will bat. I'm sorry, not Jose Valentin. That will be Ozzie Gillen. They do have lots of options, as I already mentioned, against the shoot. I need to look at this side. That's what I need to look at, right? Yeah. He is a right-hander. They don't want somebody that strikes out a lot. They're going to be bringing in for Chicago. Let me make sure I didn't make any boo-boos on my... Yeah, I made a boo-boo. Matheny should not have come in. Matheny was playing for Milwaukee. Damn it. I grabbed the wrong stack. I'm still going to give Karkovice a strikeout, though. I'm just going to keep Karkovice in. Matheny, that was my mistake. I knew I did something wrong there. I knew I was going to catch myself. I need to redo that. Anyways, Roberto Martin's going to come in. So he will come in and pinch hit, though, for Ozzie Gillen. Damn. And he'll play short if need be. He's a 3-9. And run of 3. That's fine. Okay, so Ozzie Gillen, you're out. He only hit 1 home run in the whole season, but Roberto Martin, he only hit 2, so it doesn't really matter. Runner at third, 2 away, 1 run already in, and can they crawl back just to get within 9 to 8? And it's been a hell of a comeback. Let's see if they can get that last run to tie things up. Mike Felter's their saver, their closer, whatever you want to call him. He's a 51, possible strikeout. That's an 8 minus 4 is a 4, so just outside the range. So Roberto Martin's going to get a shot at it. What is he going to do with it? That's a 1-5. He's going to ground it down to first base, and he's going to flip it over to Felder's covering first, and that's going to do it. They do come up with 1 run, but that is 1 run too short. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 runs for the White Sox. 3, 6, 9 runs for Milwaukee. It's a 9-8 ball game here. Whew. What a good one we had here in Milwaukee. I kind of took some of the steam out of the game there as the White Sox were on a roll with my boo-boo. I knew that was going to happen too when I was setting the game up, because what I like to do is I bring in the pitchers and I have all of the extra hitters and everything that came in. And I looked under the wrong player cards. I wasn't looking at the name there. And so that's kind of what screwed Chicago, because they were on a roll, and then I messed up for them. So that was my fault. I apologize. Poor Chicago. They could have come back and won that, but unfortunately I screwed it up for them. All right, guys. Well, that will do it for game number 1. Happy first game of the season. Happy opening day for all of our fans out there. I'm just double checking to make sure there was no extra cards there. So Milwaukee takes opening day here 9-8, and you can see in real life, Milwaukee won 12-3, 12 hits, or 12 runs, 12 hits, no errors. The White Sox 3 runs, 7 hits, 3 errors. In our game, it was 2 errors there, nothing for Milwaukee. If we want to count up the hits real quick, I can tell you there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 8 runs and 11 hits. Milwaukee, nothing there. Error 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And then they didn't do anything for a while. 14, 15, 16 hits, 16 hits, 9 runs and 16 hits. Now there was a step there in the 3rd to 4th innings. They went home run, single, single, single. And then a strikeout, and then a single, single, double. So there was a brutal streak there. Chicago was just getting hammered on that. Home run, single, 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 strikeout, single, single, double. And then a single after that, as a matter of fact. So there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 9 hits out of 10. That would have been brutal. And I got a player for Houston I need to put away. All right, guys, that's it. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for coming by. Take care, everyone.